It has always been kind of a bucket list.
In April of this year, not only did Usher reveal to Access Hollywood that he wanted to headline the Super Bowl halftime show, he also revealed that he believed he'd earned the chance to headline the Super Bowl halftime show.
And I think I have a catalog that obviously speaks for itself.
A catalog, and also the longevity.
30 years of a career deserves this kind of moment.
And also when he compared his career to those who were headlining that stage.
To be perfectly honest, to see artists that, even started after I did get it. I was like, man, at some point I need to get a call. What's going on?
So you have to wonder what past performers made Usher go, they got the call before I did? Now, I'm thinking this is post-Confessions, right? Like, that's when Usher was on a level of Super Bowl. So that would be after March 2004. So that's after Super Bowl of that year. So we're talking 2005 and on. Now, 2004 was Janet Jackson. So after that, the Super Bowl went far away from pop performers. 2005 to 2010, it was all rock artists that had been around longer than Usher that did the halftime show. Now, in 2011, Super Bowl, was again going to offer it to pop artists. And Usher did get the call, but it was to support the Black Eyed Peas, who were headlining the show. Usher dropped in, literally, on the BEP's halftime show at about the 7-minute and 15-second mark to perform his number one hit, OMG, which was written, produced, and featured
That was one moment.
Yeah, that moment was 1 minute and 45 seconds long.
Oh my gosh.
And then Usher dropped out of the stage, and the Black Eyed Peas finished the rest of their set. And I could see them being a performer that Usher was like, really? Because sure, they were more popular at the time, but Usher had more hits and been around longer.
Those 13 minutes mean everything.
Now, looking at the 12 halftime shows that have happened since his Black Eyed Peas appearance, the artists who started their career after Usher are Bruno Mars, Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, Justin Timberlake, Maroon 5, The Weeknd, Rihanna. You can debate which, or if you think all those artists' names got under Usher's skin when they got the gig before him, but one of those artists is showing their support for Usher getting it in 2024, Bruno Mars, who doesn't do much social media at all, the biggest superstar who keeps the lowest profile. He retweeted Usher's announcement and added a fire emoji. Now, Bruno doesn't think Usher's going to crash and burn. I didn't even try for that pun, it was just right there. Or be a dumpster fire. No. He thinks Usher's going to be fire, or be hot, or bring the heat. Now, Bruno does strike me as a name that really would have gotten under Usher's skin when he was announced, because Bruno got the gig 3.5 years after his debut. Bruno performed 4 of his own songs during his halftime show. There were like maybe 3 other songs that Bruno could have added into the mix, but in no way did he have the number of hits that Usher had to get that gig. I'm not saying Bruno wasn't awesome, don't get me wrong, he was amazing show. But in terms of being chosen, I could see why Usher would be like, huh? And then, 2 years later, Usher is in the stands watching Bruno have a dance-off with Beyonce. Once again, to be clear, one of the greatest Super Bowl moments ever. I wouldn't change a thing about that. I've watched that so many times. I wouldn't even change Beyonce's off-balance moment, because not only did she not fall over, she didn't miss a beat of choreography. But Usher sitting there watching this, he was thinking, I'm a better dancer than Bruno. You can argue that if you want, but Usher's an amazing dancer. Why wouldn't you think he's better than Bruno? I've actually collaborated with Beyonce. I've danced in music videos with Beyonce. Why am I sitting here and Bruno's up there? So I definitely see Bruno as a name that got under Usher's skin. So it's nice to see Bruno showing his support for Usher getting the gig now. And during his Apple Music interview, it was interesting that Usher made this distinction of why he's happy to now be included as a Super Bowl halftime show performer.
I'm really happy that I'm joining that short list of legacy artists from my genre who deserve this moment.
Like, he doesn't say, I'm happy to be joining the list of halftime show performers. No, he's happy to be joining a sub-list that he's created of artists that deserved that slot. So, and it makes sense, like, if you think about it. So, like, Usher's thinking, wow, I get to perform on the same stage as Prince did, or I get to perform on the same stage that Michael Jackson did. I don't think Usher's thinking, wow, I get to perform on the same stage that The Weeknd did. Or wow, I get to perform on the same stage that Justin Timberlake did. And that's not a diss towards The Weeknd or Justin Timberlake. It's just that Usher has no reason to be envious or look up to The Weeknd or Justin Timberlake. Yeah, so I get what he's saying there. Do you see the other performers that Usher would have been annoyed that got the gig before him?
He said, it's time, it's magic time. It's time for you to have that moment.